Mm.
All right, welcome back to another week. I keep doing that second time. Week of word of mouth, featuring mental health, therapy, relationship issues, yada yada yada. Like, subscribe to our channel. You know the deal. So this week we're gonna talk about the roles of step parents and how this works. I'm currently now a step parent, and it's fun. I like kids. It's cool. Like, I said this to my wife the other day. I said, the greatest thing about having kids, it lets you know a lot about yourself. It lets you know what you're good at and what you need work on. Things that are admirable about you and things that ain't so hot. I think that's the best thing about kids, as far as, watching them grow and all that other stuff. But it's just how they adapt to the good things about you and how they adapt to the less favorable things about you. But let's continue. And this first I'm gonna read is Facebook. We all know how Facebook is. Their posts, people just, I don't even understand it. We'll get into that, how people post things on Facebook. Like, I'm gonna make like a whole spiel, like a whole link of crazy stuff people say on Facebooks. But let's go ahead. Fellas, please stop creating bonds with children of the single mother you're dating. No one speaks on this, and yes, stepdads matter, but if you don't plan on holding them kids down or being there after them when you and the mom and leave them kids alone, it's sad enough their biological fathers aren't around. Don't put a child through the same rejection. You only want to be around when you and the mom are good. That's fake love. If you got love for the kids even though they're not around your own, let no one come in between that. Hold it down, keep it solid, or keep it moving. Okay, so first off, let's go ahead and say this. Don't make somebody accountable for the poor decisions you made. And I say this because if you were irresponsible with your body and decided to date a guy or keep a kid that a guy didn't want, that doesn't make somebody else responsible if they don't want to be around anymore, or if they don't want to do this anymore. Because I don't know too many women you can date with children that don't say their kids come as a package deal. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say you just dislike the kid, because personally, as someone who's dated multiple women with kids, the kids are always better than the parent, the mom. They just are. They're just. And when I say better, they're easier to deal with, easier to manage. Like, I've never had issues with them. They don't tend to be nasty people or rude or controlling or whatever may come with it. They're just not that. And it could be because they're kids. They're always a lot easier to deal with. But if a guy says he doesn't want to be around or is not around as often, you can't be upset. Y'all are not together. He's going to move on with his life. You know what I'm saying? You act like he has ill will towards the kid, or if the kid came to him or wanted to come to him, you couldn't bring the kid to him. No, I highly doubt any guy would do that. But at the same time, if you're expecting him to pay for things or come see the kid every day or pick him up for school, no, he's not obligated to do that. If he chooses to do that, cool. But he's not obligated to do it. Just like if y'all not together anymore, you're not obligated to cook for him or have oral sex with him or physical sex. You're not obligated to do anything with him you don't want to do. And that goes vice versa. He's not obligated to do anything you want to do. Women too, because I know there's women who will still take care of a stepkid even though they're not with the guy anymore, and they're not obligated to do that. They're not, and you can't feel no type of way because they don't want to. Y'all are not together. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's, that person stepped up and was responsible because they thought they wanted to be with you, obviously. But if they don't want to be with you no more, if you break up with them, what do you expect out of them? To still come around and be this and be that? And they don't have to be. They can do what they want to do, especially if you're nasty or rude to them. And a lot of y'all can be nasty and rude to step parents, and this is not just women to men. This is men to women too. I've seen that a lot too. So let's not expect all this extra stuff, because it's unaccountable to say that this person has to be around them or do all these extra things. Like, yeah, y'all together, that's a responsibility, but that's normally that person's responsibility when y'all not. So don't try to put that on somebody else, because on top of the fact the real parent doesn't want to be around, and now you're mad at the step parent because they don't want to be around you or the kid. It just comes with the territory. Just like you're a package deal when you come together, you're a package deal when you break up. So let's go into the second post. My ex stopped returning my texts. My baby needed milk and pampers while he was spending his money and flexing with TikTok hoes. So I firebombed his work truck. He got fired and he's scared because he thinks gangs did it. Confess, I hate to see him worry like this. P.S. Her ex is not the father of her child. And shout out to Six Brown Chicks. I like their posts. They've been doing this for a while. I always try to comment when I catch them every Wednesday on Twitter. So this goes back to what I'm saying is she took it as far as to firebomb, and now he doesn't have a job, and now your baby doesn't have milk, pampers, and they're definitely not getting that, and he's not the father of the child. And you took it as far. I hope this guy sees this somewhere someday and like really like sues you for all this, because this is disgusting too. You made a poor decision again, irresponsible with your body. The real dad is who knows where, and now because you don't have the money to pay for a child, you want to try to make somebody accountable for it. And on top of that, that's an ex. Like, where did this level of entitlement come from? I don't understand it. Where did it come from? What caused this? What manifests people to have this level of entitlement to other people's things? I don't get it. Like, maybe somebody can explain it to me in the comments or help me understand why people are like this, like, or why people got like this, because I can't imagine. It's like somebody driving their car, they break it, and you just happen to be riding along, and they say, "Oh, you need to help pay for it to get fixed." Like, hold up, bro. I haven't been using your car. You've been using your car. This is my first time riding with you, but now I gotta help you pay for the engine because you didn't put oil in it. It's crazy. It's ludicrous to think somebody's accountable for it. And I hope this gentleman finds another job and things work out for him. I pray for him, because this is, he was doing what he was supposed to do, but now he wants to go live his life, and now it's an issue because he doesn't want to be bothered with you anymore. And I think that's the real issue. People want them to be bothered with them in the capacity in which they want them to be bothered to, because so they can go. They pretty much want to. I call it glass case them, where you still want them around, but you want them around when you want them around, and deal with them while you go do whatever you do, and then if you decide to come back to them, you come back to them. Now nobody has to put their life on hold for you or deal with you in that capacity. So that's all I got to say about this week. Like and subscribe to our channel. Links down below. Email, comment us. Follow us on Instagram, Word of Mouth Productions, or you can also follow our mental health link, Word of Mouth Mental Health. And this is Word of Mouth. Peace.
Mm.